दमन विधान यशोमति नंदन ब्रजभरनागर गोकुल रंजन काना अमल हरि नाम में अभिलाष विपिन पुरंदर नवीन नगर बर बंशी बदान सुवास ब्रज जन पालन असुर कुल नाशन नंद गोधन रखवाला गोविंद माधव नवनीत तस्करा loudly गोविंद माधव नवनीत तस्करा सुंदर नंद गोपाला जामुना तट चर गोपी बसन हरा दास रसिक कृपा माया श्री राधा वल्लभ वृंदावन नटवरा गोविंद माधव नवनीत तस्करा भक्ति विनोदाशाया यशोमति नंदन ब्रजभरनागर गोकुल रंजन काना Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Jai Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Shri Radhe Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Chariya Vaishnava Seva Nistara Paeche Keba. 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 Nam Nam Nama Shrishtam Manamapi Sachiputram Atra Swarupam Talpam Tasagradatam Urpurim Maturim Vashtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaram Radhika Madhavasam Prapta Yasya Tatakapaya Shrirutam Natosmi. He Guru Gyanadadina Bandhu Swananda Data Karunaika Sindhu Vrindavase Nahitavatara Prasida Radha Pranaya Prachara. He Dinabandhu Karunaika Sindhu Kuru Prasadam Mahimandamude Laksha Parade Bahubhavakare Tatpad Padme Sumatisha Krishna. Yaddapi Amar Guru Chaitanya Haridas Tathapi Jane Amitahara Prakash. Guru Krishna Rupe Hai Shastra Pramane Guru Rupe Krishna Kripa Karena Bhakta Gane. Shiksha Guru Keta Jani Krishna Raswarup Antayami Bhakta Shrestha Ek Duiro. Without serving the representative of Krishna, nobody can approach Krishna from Prema Bhakti Chandrika. I bow down to the beautiful lotus feet of my spiritual master, by whose causeless mercy I have obtained the supreme holy name, the divine mantra, the service of the son of Sachimata, the association of Srila Sharup Damodar, Rupa Goswami, and his older brother Sanatan Goswami, the supreme abode of Mathura, the blissful abode of Vrindavan, the divine Radhakund and Govardhan Hill, and the desire within my heart for the loving service of Sri Radhika and Madhava in Vrindavan. O spiritual master, O giver of divine wisdom, O friend of the fallen, you are the giver of your own bliss and you are the only ocean of mercy. All the dwelling in Vrindavan, you have descended for the welfare of fallen souls like myself, and you are preaching the divine Dhamma of Radha and Krishna. Please be kind upon me. O friend of the lowly, O Gurudev, you are the only ocean of mercy. I am a dull fool and have committed hundreds of thousands of offences. I have fallen into a dense myriad of sins. Therefore, grace me with your mercy so that my mind may be fixed on your lotus feet and on Sri Krishna. Although I know that my spiritual master is a servitor of Sri Chaitanya, I know him also as a plenary manifestation of the Lord. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scripture, the spiritual master is not different from Krishna. Lord Krishna in the form of spiritual master delivers his devotees except from purpose. The relationship of a disciple with his spiritual master is as good as his relationship with the Supreme Lord. Spiritual masters always represent themselves as the humblest servitors of the personality of Godhead, but the disciple must look upon the spiritual master as the manifested representation of Godhead. One should know that the instructed spiritual master to be the personality of Krishna. Lord Krishna manifests himself as the super soul and the greatest devotee of the Lord, except from purport. The initiating spiritual master is the personal manifestation of Srila Madan Mohan Vigraha, whereas the instructing spiritual master is a personal representative of Sri Govinda Deva Vigraha. O my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express their indebtedness to you, even if they were endowed with the prolonged lifetime of Brahma. For you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Super Soul, the deliverer of the embodied living being, by directing him how to come to you. The lotus feet of our spiritual master are the only way by which you can attain pure devotional service. I bow to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. Our only wish is to have our consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus mouth. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens our darkened eyes and fills our hearts with transcendental knowledge. He is our Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor and the Lord and master of the devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame is spread all over the three worlds. Srila Prabhupada ki Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma. Bandha moye savadhana mate. Jahara prasade bhai e bhavatori ajay. Jahara prasade bhai e bhavatori ajay. Krishna prapti hai jaha कृष्ण प्राप्ति हाय जहा होइते गुरु मुख पद्मा वाक्य चित्ते कोरिया ओइथा आरण करे मन आशा श्री गुरु चरण रते ऐसे उत्तम गति श्री गुरु चरण रते ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा जय प्रसाद पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्म जन्म प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्म जन्म प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिल जय जन्म जन्म प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद विनाश जाते 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 वेद गाय जहाँ रचरिता श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदम जनार बंधु लोकनाथ लोकेरा दीवाना शीला प्रभुपाद पतित पावना तो पद लैलो शराना हाँ हाँ प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पाद छाया हा हा प्रभु कर दया देह मोरे पद छाया हे बेजात कुशुक त्रिभुवाना जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद जय जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय गुरुदेव जगद्गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्रील प्रभुपाद गुरु पूजा की नमः विष्णुपदाय कृष्णा पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद। निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल। गौर प्रेमानंदे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मारे। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया करो मारे। तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे। तुम बिना के दयालु जगत संसारे। पतित पावना है तो तब अवतार। पतित पावना है तो तब अवतार। मसमा पतित प्रभु नहीं पाए प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी। प्रभु नित्यानंद प्रेमानंद सुखी। कृपा वाला काना करा आमी बारा कना करा आमी बारा दुखी। दया करा सीतापते अद्वैत गोसाई। दया करा सीतापते अद्वैत गोसाई। तब कृपा बले पाए चैतन्य निताय। तब कृपा बले पाए चैतन्य निताय। हा स्वरूप सना भट्ट जुगा श्री देवा प्रभु लोकना दया कर श्री आचार्य प्रभु रामचंद्र संगा मगे नरतम श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु दया कर हमारे तुम बिना के दयालो जगत संसारे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaur Hare. Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Nitai Gaurango, Gaur Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radhe. Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Sri Radhe. Srila Sanatan Prana Dhana Hai. Srila Sanatan Prana Dhana Hai. Srila Sanatan Prana Dhana Hai. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Shri Radhe. Jaya महाप्रभु की, श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमान His Divine Grace AC Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Community Founder Acharya Jagat Guru Savior of the whole world Srila Prabhupada ki जय। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्रीमान His Divine Grace श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर डिसेबलेंस डे महामहोत्सव की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की गंगा जमुना माई की भक्ति प्रदानी देवी तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन भगवान की श्रीमन महाप्रभु की श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone for this morning Bhagavatam class. Hare Krishna. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Banachari. Jamuna Tira Banachari. Jamuna Tira Banachari. Tira Banachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Jashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jamuna Tira Vanachari. Jamuna Tira. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jai Radha Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Call out, pukaro, sab Radha Krishna ka naam. Loudly from your heart, every word. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Chana Vallabha Giri Baradhari. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Sri Radhe. Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha, Lakshmi Narasingha, Lakshmi Narasingha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Gurudev, 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 Jai Gurudev. Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan Bhagavan ki, Saman Mahaprabhu ki, Shri Shri Lakshmi Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone. Today morning Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today we'll be reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Lila 3:137. Please bring it up. CC Antya 3:137. Today is a very, very special day. What is the day today? Disappearance day of Srila Haridas Thakur ke. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki. Everyone say Haridas. 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 Do you know the benefit of selling Haridas? Don't know, right? Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur describes the glory of hearing the pastimes of Haridas Thakur and just uttering the name of Haridas Thakur. You'll be astonished to hear the benefit of just hearing, just uttering Haridas. I'll tell you. This comes in the context of so there was a so you can bring up Antalila 3 137. So there was a in one day, so Chaitanya Bhagavat, so three chapters and 2 books and 3 cantos describe the pastimes of Haridas Thakur. Number 1, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adikanda, 16th chapter. Number 2, Chaitanya Chaitamrita Antalila, 3rd chapter. Number 3, Chaitanya Chaitamrita Antalila, 11th chapter. These 3 we get the treasure of Haridas Thakur's life history. And there are several other books, but these 3 are the main collection. So, I'll tell you the glory of just hearing Haridas name, just uttering. So this glory is described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adi Lila, chapter 16. So one time, Haridas Thakur was going and there was a very wealthy person's house. In that house, a snake charmer came. You know snake charmer? Who plays snakes, like snakes, they have some kind of mantra, they can hypnotize the snakes. And as they play some bugle kind of thing they play, and the snakes keep oscillating based on that. So there was a snake charmer, but this snake charmer was very special because he was the worshipper of original snake, that is Sheshanaga, Lord Balaram used to worship. And Lord Balaram in Ananta says used to manifest in his heart, in his body, by the devotion of that snake charmer. So he's a devotee snake charmer. He's remembering Adisesh, Lord Balaram, on whose hoof the whole earth is residing. Brahmans, many planets, just like a mustard seed. So one day, as was charming snake, he was glorifying Lord Krishna. And especially he remembered how Lord Krishna so beautifully was dancing on the hoods of Kalia snake. So he was just glorifying. And Haridas was passing by. And just by hearing that, Haridas Thakur went into complete ecstasy. Complete ecstasy. And he was chanting, dancing on all the Ashtaswatik, Bikar, all the 8 manifestations like Romanchak, Kampa, Ashru, everything came. Means horripilation, so those things came. And he lost external consciousness. And everybody worshipped Haridas. But just by seeing that, one envious Brahman, he also wanted to imitate. So after Haridas went away, snake charmer started playing, and this guy came and he started dancing like that, Haridas Thakur. And then he also kind of artificially got this horripilation and he also artificially mocked like as if he fainted. So this snake charmer, what he did is he took a stick and he started beating this offender. And after some time, he ran away. He was telling Chaitanya Bhagavat, he said, Father, mane baap, bachao. And he ran away. So then, one of the audience came. By that time, big audience has formed around them. So one of the audience came and asked, my dear snake charmer, for Haridas, when he fainted, you worshipped. And for this person, you beat. Why? The snake, the original snake, Adisesh, Lord Balaram spoke from the mouth of this snake charmer, and that is exactly the verse that I am going to say. certified by Lord Balaram. It comes in Adi Khanda, chapter 16, Chaitanya Bhagavat by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, text number 141. This very important verse. Haridas smarane oi dukkha sarvatha khande se ikshane haridase ki katha. What to speak of Haridas himself? Even one who remembers his activities is immediately relieved from all material miseries. So just by taking the name of Haridas, this is what Lord Balaram is blessing. One gets Krishna Prem and all his miseries is destroyed. Say Haridas! Haridas! Namacharya Haridas Thakur ki jai. So, Satya Satya Haridas Jagat Ishvara Chaitanya Chandrer Mahamukha Avatara. Haridas, who had the power to control the universe, was certainly one of the topmost devotees of Sri Chaitanya. So Haridas Thakur was born in Budhun. The name of the village is Budhun. In Bangladesh, he was born. And he, from the childhood, he described this, he preached the glories. Even before Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he was elder than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur is a combined incarnation of Lord Brahma and Prahlad Maharaj. He was constantly chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it says in Garuda Puran, it is described, if one chants the holy name of the Lord, even in a helpless condition or without desiring to do so, all the reactions of his sinful life depart. Just like when a lion roars, all the small animals flee in fear. It is told in Garuda Purana. Garuda Purana is a special Puran which describes the afterlife events of a person. See, it describes what happens if one chants. Did you hear? What happened? One chants. All the sinful conditions, the desires, sinful life depart. How they depart? One analogy is given. Just like a lion roars. We see in the, what is the channel? National Geography. Lion roars and all the animals flee. Like that, or all the sinful reactions, they go away. We suffer due to that. So this is the solution the Acharyas are proposing. In this world now, many things are going on. People are really, they are stressed out due to so many things that is happening. Countries are at war. People are losing jobs. They're losing relationships, money, this, that. It's just a mess right now. Would you agree with that? The world is a mess right now. World was a mess in COVID time also. That time we thought that is the worst time. Now we are thinking that COVID was nothing compared to what we are now. But this is the solution. This is the solution, my dear devotees. The Acharyas prescribed. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 8.43 tells, Atayeva bhajaloka chaitanya nityananda khandibe sangsar dukkha paibe premananda. This is the solution Acharyas is giving. What is the solution? Atayeva bhajaloka. Oh my dear all, please worship. Who? Chaitanya Nityananda. Please worship Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda. Khandibe sangsar dukkha. All the dukkha, the misery, the unhappiness, everybody is suffering. that will be destroyed. And what you'll get? Paibe Premananda. You'll get Premananda. The ecstasy, the love of Godhead, the real Ananda. This Ananda only increases. It's not like you upgrade your phone and you become happy that day. Next day you become miserable again because somebody else invented another much better phone. There's no need to upgrade. Here the upgrade means your Anandam Buddhi Vardhanam Pratipadam Purnam Ritaswadanam. Every step, there is an ocean of Ambudhi, means ocean. This ocean of happiness hidden right in our heart. But it is locked. And it will be unlocked just by one says, Chaitanya Nityananda. Everyone say, Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda. Chaitanya Nityananda. This is the solution. So please embrace the solution. Let not the problem come in between we and Krishna. Let Krishna come in between we and the problem. See what Krishna does to that. Don't drive out Krishna because there is a problem. Put Krishna and see what he does to the problem. Take shelter of Krishna. Put Krishna means take shelter of Krishna. How to take shelter of Krishna? By chanting the holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. This is what Haridas Thakur was preaching right from his childhood. He was born in a Muslim family. So why he was born in a Muslim family and Lord Chaitanya made him Namacharya? What is the reason? Because just to prove, Chaitanya Bhagavat tells that, it gives the answer. Why Haridas Thakur was born like that? So Chaitanya Bhagavat gives the answer. To prove the statement of the scriptures true, Haridas, who is Lord Brahma himself, and Prahlad Maharaj took birth in a so-called untouchable family. What is the statement that he wanted to prove? Kirata Hunandra Pulinda Pulkasa Avira Sumba Yavana Kashadaya Eyanne Chapapayad. Let me get that verse actually. Jad apasraya asra suddhanti tasmai prabha Vaishnave namaha. That even if one is Kirata, Hunindra, Pulinda, Pulkasa, birth is not a disqualification, my dear friends. Scripture tells that very loudly. No matter where one is born, what condition he is, if he just helplessly call out Krishna's holy name, then he upgrades into a highest Vaishnava. That is why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu proved through Haridas Thakur, established him as Namacharya. In fact, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu established 4 important principles through 4 of his disciples, devotees. Through Sanatana Goswami, he proved humility. Through Haridas Thakur, he proved tolerance. Through Damodar Pandit, he proved saralata or simplicity. That's the first qualification required. And sense control, he preached through Ramananda Rai. So Haridas Thakur was preaching this, that, my dear friends, please take the name of Chaitanya Nitai. And Haridas, it is described, Nirabadi Haridas Ganga Tire Tire Brahmena Kautuke Krishna Boli Uchvaishware. Haridas was continuously at wonder on the banks of the Ganges while loudly chanting the names of Krishna. Krishna. So, Srimad Bhagavatam 11:240, Kavi, one of the 9 Yogendras, says to Nimi, as follows. So the translation I read: by chanting the holy name of the Supreme Lord, one comes to the stage of love of Godhead. Then the devotee is fixed in his vow as an eternal servant of the Lord, and he gradually becomes very much attached to the particular name and form of the Supreme Person of Godhead. As his heart melts with ecstatic love, he laughs very loudly, or cries or shouts. Sometimes he sings and dances like a madman, for he is indifferent to the public opinion. So this is what happens. The heart, when we take the holy name of the Lord, it melts our heart. Right? Cheto darpana marchanam bhavamaha dabagni nirvapanam shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam vidya bado jivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam puranamrita swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna sankirtanam. So Mahadavagni, everybody's heart, everyone is suffering because Mahadavagni, there's a forest fire in everybody's heart. That fire of desire, fire of lamentation, fire of loneliness. That's why smiling faces but crying hearts, tremendous suffering. How to extinguish that? By taking the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Cheto Darpana Marchanam. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is like a scrubber. This scrubs the heart and makes it clean. And Mahadabagni, this forest fire that's burning, the suffering that we are going through, Nirvapanam, it extinguishes. And we experience Anandambudhi Bardhanam, the ocean of happiness that is in our heart, that we start experiencing. Right? That is the solution. So if you are stressed out, say Hare Krishna. If you are happy, say Hare Krishna. Whatever you may do, always take the name of Krishna. So Haridas Thakur was always taking the name of Krishna and he was inspiring everybody. So he was testing something, and when you distribute it, it increases. So are you testing some good life by chanting Hare Krishna? Then please distribute. If you distribute, it increases. That Ambudhi, that ocean of happiness will increase. Why? Because Krishna becomes very happy when you distribute, because it relieves the other suffering souls of their suffering. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Dasturi loiba ami purna habe kam. So Dasturi loiba means commission. When you distribute, you get a commission. Commission is very subtle. Transaction is done in your heart. $1 million credited. Do you need to tell anybody about that? Do you need to impress people? It's already in the bank account. So Krishna will give commission. You want commission from Radha Madan Mohan? Then you have to do this. What you are experiencing? Preaching the name of Krishna, Bhagavatam, we have to distribute. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he distributed the first Srimad Bhagavatam to Montreal, Canada, to distribute this happiness. So tomorrow is Bhadra Purnima. And on that occasion, there will be Bhagavatam distribution. Still going on. So, as Haridas Thakur was distributing this, the holy name, he inspired many, many people, actually. And then, Haridas Thakur, as he was influencing people, people are naturally influenced, you don't need to do anything. Just by the action, just by the happiness that he is experiencing, the effulgent body of Haridas Thakur, people are inspired. If we preach people, chant Hare Krishna, but we remain miserable, then they think, Arey, he himself is miserable. Why should I chant Hare Krishna or read Bhagavad Gita? So that's why it says, Janma sarthaka kari karo para upakar. First we have to experience that happiness, that holy name, that Bhagavatam. That higher taste. You can give only what you have. So, that's why Haridas Thakur Sankha Purvaka Namagana Nativi. That he counted the holy name 192 rounds. He could have said, I'm chanting all the time in my mind. He did not say that. He counted, right? 192 rounds, 3 lakh names. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, he counted 1 billion name. He took a vow. Haridas Thakur took a vow. So they saw the importance of vow. Following their footsteps, we should also take a vow. 16 rounds, 4 rounds. Today is the day. If you're chanting 0 rounds, you can begin today. Anything non-zero is good. 0 is not good. Anything non-zero is good. Chant 1 round, 108. Just be non-zero. 0 is danger. Means we are not experiencing. We are distance. Anything non-zero is good. Just chant 1 round. Begin today. Today is a very special day. Haridas Thakur disappearance day. He came, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to, through Haridas, preach the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He established as Namacharya. He established Namacharya to deliver you and me. So let us begin today. And if you are already chanting, let us take a commitment. Haridas Thakur, footsteps. He took a commitment of 192 rounds, 3 lakh names. If 7 minutes per round, it takes 22.4 hours exactly. And 7 minutes means attentive. 15 minutes may be inattentive. 7 minutes cannot be done if you are not attentive. Try it out. It is super attentive. 192 super attentive rounds. Naturally, people are influenced. But this influence, that local Jamindar in Fulia, he became envious. His name was Ramachandra Khan. So Haridas Thakur has many pastimes, many deliverance, but out of these 2 stand supreme. This Fuliagram incident where was between 22 marketplaces and Laksha deliverance. Try to attempt to describe both. So this incident is described in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Adi Lila 16th chapter. So the nature of envy is that we cannot tolerate others' success. Become miserable. That's why Vaishnav means para dukhe dukhi, not sukhi. Materialist means para dukhe sukhi. If others become miserable, if we become happy, then we are materialist. You can judge your advancement by this litmus test. This is the barometer of Vaishnavism. Tilak kanti dress, $100 mein you can do in 5 minutes. But inside, take years, lifetimes. So, this is real Vaishnava. So this Ramachandra Khan, who was knowledgeable, who was young, he knew Shastras, but he could not tolerate the success of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur is simply chanting. He has nothing. But everyone is attracted. So, this Ramachandra Khan planned to discredit him. So, what is the nature of an envious person? He tries to discredit the person who has a, "Arey nahi, wo kuch bhi nahi hai, nothing is." He has to lower. He cannot go higher, so he brings the other person glory lower. "Arey, nothing, I know what is." But thing is that everybody is influenced by Haridas Thakur, they are saying. So if he tells something, then he was trying to blaspheme. So the nature of envious person is they distribute also that envy. They tell everybody. This is called Prajalpa. This is what happened. So he was telling. But nobody would believe because they are seeing Haridas Thakur. So he wanted something solid, proof. And he was convinced that if a proper situation comes in loneliness with opposite danger, definitely he will fall down. And at that time I will arrest him. And I will prove to everybody he is nothing. So he said, he chose prostitutes. He called all the prostitutes. Among them, one was very, very special. Her name was Laksha. He said, she guaranteed, definitely. Just give me 3 days, guaranteed. he will fall down. And this Ramchandra Khan became very happy just by hearing that. It was as if a nectar to him. He said, then I'll send my police soldiers, it's called Pike, with you. So she said, no, just give me one day let me enjoy with him, have union. Next day you can send. So this Lakshahira came, and Lakshahira offered obeisances to Haridas Thakur and the Tulsi. So Haridas Thakur used to always chant in front of Tulsi Maharani. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would always chant in front of Tulsi Maharani. Unfortunately, in modern age, we have kicked out two things from our life. One is cow, another is Tulsi. And that is why you are suffering so much. In Vedic civilization, every household had these two things. Cow, and there used to be a Tulsi Mandap. But now we have become modern, so they no longer exist in our life. Previously, these two are part of the family. Cow and Tulsi. Even in my childhood, I have seen that culture. But now we have become modern. And that is why you are suffering. So bring back cow and Tulsi in your life. You'll be happy. So she came in twilight. The most sensually stimulating time. She came, nice aromatic flower, birds are chirping, coming in a beautiful dress. She offered obeisances. And she sat there and told, "Oh Thakur, you are young, you are handsome, and I am mad at you. I want to enjoy you. And I am suffering." And see how excuse she is giving. Saintly persons, they cannot see others suffering. And then they relieve others of suffering. So this is how our mind also gives excuses. Because our mind is also like a prostitute. The biggest enemy is within ourselves, that is our mind. Bhagavad Gita describes, 6th chapter, that one mind can be one's greatest enemy, or it can be a greatest friend. How? Greatest enemy, if it takes us away from Krishna consciousness, it is our enemy. That's why Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada's guru, what he said is, 2 times you need to beat the mind with the jharu. Jharu means broom. 2 times you need to beat. What are the 2 times? Morning and evening. So that's why Prabhupada gave our schedule in such a way, if we follow Prabhupada's schedule, our life will be perfect. First he gave Mangati and then Japa. So that's why Japa should be early in the morning. That is the first time beating the mind. Second time beating is Krishna Gatha. In the evening we can discuss some Krishna's pastimes. Sleep. Second time beating. So we should take commitment, vow, and we should plan for our life. If we don't plan, it will be taken away by some distraction. So we have to plan, we have to take commitment, we have to plan our day. Any slot, if you think a day as a slots, any slot that is not planned, that is not committed, will be wasted in distraction for sure. And always let us put ourselves in association. So that way we will remain engaged. Even the basic things we need association. Even the basic things we fail, that is Kali Yuga soul. Even basic we fail if we are without association. We are in danger if we are not in association. So always put yourself in association, even for chanting, even for reading. And life will become wonderful. Just take that austerity. Just take that austerity of humbling ourselves to put in devotee association. And everything else will happen. That is why the 5 processes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. First is association. 64 is zipped into 5. First is association, because everything else will happen. So, she offered obeisances, Haridas Thakur is chanting. Haridas Thakur said that Yeah, I think I jumped from the 22 marketplace to Laksha. But it's okay. Since we have come here, we'll go there. That is in Chaitanya Chaitamrita. So 22 marketplace, I'll come later. Since we are in Laksha pastime, I'll already begin there. So Laksha pastime is described in this third chapter of Antalila, right? So she offered her obeisances, and Haridas Thakur told that I have a vow. I'll definitely fulfill your desire, but I have a vow to chant 3 lakh names. He actually took a vow of 10 million names a month. So that is not just 3 lakh, 3,33,000, which is 192 plus 22 rounds. So it's beyond 22. So he had that he had that vow, and he said, I have a vow. So just I'll fulfill your desire, and just hear me out. Sit here and hear chanting the holy name. So Haridas Thakur replied, this is Chaitanya Charitamrita Antalila 3, 114 to 115. Haridas Thakur replied, I shall accept you without fail, but you will have to wait until I have finished chanting my regular rounds on my beads. Until that time, please sit and listen to the chanting of the holy name. As soon as I am finished, I shall fulfill your desire. Yato suni sei visha bashya rahila kirtan kare Haridas pratakala haila. Hearing this, the prostitute remained sitting there, while Haridas Thakur chanted on his beads until the light of morning appeared. So this is the next verse. So that shows the power of commitment. If you are committed, if we take a commitment, then we are protected. Don't be afraid of taking commitment. Don't be afraid. This is our protection. Especially when in devotee association we take commitment, we can overcome our mind. Our mind always gives excuses. Why this is not the proper time to do? Why you do not have time to do? You have time for everything, but for chanting we do not have time. Why this is not the right time to do? But if we take commitment, gather courage, and in devotee association declare, from today I am going to chant 2 rounds, done deal. You'll be bound by that commitment, and you can overcome your mind. This is what is initiation. In Vaishnav Sangha, in front of fire, yajna, in front of the deities, the Guru gives mantra, in public, in devotee association. And the disciple takes a vow, 4 regulative principles, chanting minimum 16 rounds, not maximum 16 rounds. We should remember that minimum 16 rounds. That is our vow. Minimum, not maximum. So sometimes in opportunity comes, we should exceed our 16 rounds also. At least once in 6 months, once in a year. If possible, once in a month we should exceed 16 rounds. Because that is our vow. Minimum. We should not treat at maximum 16 rounds. Never I should exceed. No. So, this is a commitment. So, when these special occasions, Haridas Thakur Disappearance Day, we should take a vow. Today, I am taking a vow that I will be at least once a month chant 20 rounds. Today I take a vow that I will chant better in devotee association. Some vow, something. Because just by that commitment we improve. Today I take a vow that I will start chanting from today. At least 1 round I will be chanting from today. 108 times. Take mala if you don't have mala. Chanting on beads is ideal. In temple we provide malas. Please collect mala and start chanting from today. If you are afraid in mala, just count in hand also. That will also do. 108 count. This counter is there, you can count. Start. Take commitment, that is our protection. Our commitment is our protection in devotee association. So, Haridas Thakur, so this prostitute came 3 days, and every day he heard. It describes the level of Vaishnavas. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Kulinagram devotees asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Kulinagram is near Navadvip. So every year they used to come Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. And they asked, who is a Vaishnava, Mahaprabhu? First year Mahaprabhu replied, if somebody even once chant Hare Krishna, he is a Vaishnava. Okay? First year he replied. Second year, he replied, those who constantly chanting Hare Krishna, he is a Vaishnava. Second answer. Second year. Third year he answered, those, just by seeing him, people are inspired to chant, he is a Param Vaishnava. Haridas Thakur is inspiring everybody to chant. Even after seeing him, it is taking 2.5 nights to chant. Can you imagine how much sinful activity, how much fallen this prostitute was? We are all into that same situation. It's not just her story, it is our story. What is our solution? Is to chant every day in association with devotees. This is exactly what Haridas Thakur prescribes for our spiritual disease in the Harinam Chintamani. So this prostitute, after 2.5 days, Haridas Thakur says that Aji samapta hoibe heno gyana chilo samasta ratri nilu nam samapta na haila. I thought that today I'll be able to finish my performance of yagya, my chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. I tried my best to chant the holy name all night, but I did not finish. Tomorrow I'll surely finish, and my vow will be fulfilled. Then it will be possible for me to enjoy with you in full freedom. तुलसी के ठाकुर के नमस्कार करे दारे बसिस नाम सुने बोले हरि हरि. After offering obeisances to the Tulsi plant, which we all should have, if not at least have a photo of Tulsi. She is very powerful. She is the secret of success in spiritual life. Tulsi plant and Haridas Thakur. She sat down on the threshold of the room. Thus she began to hear Haridas Thakur's chanting, and she also personally chanted Hari Hari, the holy name of the Lord. Today it will be possible for me to finish my chanting, Haridas Thakur informed her. So text 130, then I shall satisfy all your desires. Sisyanta 3, 130. The night ended while Haridas Thakur was chanting. By his association, the mind of the pursuit had changed. 130. So this is what we are looking for. We are looking for to change our mind, our consciousness. That is the real blessings. That is the goal of chanting. Not just to finish the rounds, but to transform our heart and experience the ecstasy, experience the shelter of Krishna, experience the connection with Krishna. This chanting is exactly like an umbilical cord that the child gets nourishment from the Mother Hara. Srila Prabhupada said, Mother Hara helps us in achieving the grace of the Supreme Father, Hari or Krishna. Even a child can experience, even a dog, Srila Prabhupada says, can experience the bliss of chanting Hare Krishna. Why shall we be deprived of that? It is just our causeless unwillingness and just our ego that's preventing us. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amanina manadena, kirtanya sada harihi. Srila Haridas Thakur embodied, exemplified this Trinadapi Sunichana. The prostitute, now purified, fell at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur and confessed that Ramachandra Khan had appointed her to pollute him. Veshahaya mumi pap kariyachi apar kripa kori karomo adhame nistar. This should be our plead. We should realize our fallen condition and plead and beg Haridas Thakur, please give me this higher taste. My mind is deviated, distracted by all these so-called promises of this world which are constantly failing, isn't it? All the promises of this world are failing now. People are super frustrated. It's proven. That is why you should plead, because this taste comes by blessings, by mercy. Kripa kori karo, more, mo adhome nistar. We sang this song by Narottam Das Thakur. Patita pavana hetu kripaya batan, mosama patita prabho na pai veyar. Tumi kripa avatar, and I am the most fallen. Please deliver me. That is the disposition we should have. The water flows from up to down. The knowledge flows from up to down. Guru Shishya. We should humble ourselves. Because I have taken the profession of a prostitute, she said, I have performed unlimited sinful acts. My Lord, be merciful to me, deliver my fallen soul. Haridas Thakur replied, I know everything about the conspiracy of Ramachandra Khan. He is nothing but an ignorant fool. Therefore, his activities do not make me feel unhappy. On the very day Ramachandra Khan was planning his intrigue against me, I would have left this place immediately. But because you come to me, I stayed here for 3 days to deliver you. Haridas Thakur stayed 3 days to deliver this prostitute who came to kill him, to kill his fame, to kill his spiritual career, to kill his character, just to deliver that enemy. Haridas Thakur waited 3 days. This is a Vaishnav. This is a Vaishnav. That a Vaishnav has only one identity. He is well-wisher of everybody. Srila Prabhupada, at 70 years of age, undergoing 3 heart attacks, without anybody receiving, without any facility, came to US to deliver all the people because he felt immense suffering of the people who are suffering. He felt pity for them, pain for them. They have money, but they are poor in their heart. They have no love for Krishna. They have no taste for the holy name. They have no taste for hearing Krishna Katha. That is the poverty. So Haridas Thakur felt that suffering. So when Krishna's love descends in this world, that takes the form of compassion. So what we have got, we are expected to share it with others. So this is a devotee, this is a Vaishnava who even loves the person who is trying to hurt him. A Vaishnava even loves his enemy. A Vaishnava even prays for the enemy, even it delivers. There is nobody, no one is an enemy for a Vaishnava. He is Ajita Satru. There is nobody enemy for a Vaishnava. He is well-wisher of everybody. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to put signature, you are ever well-wisher. That is our goal. 3 days he waited. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 7 days he heard all the Mayavadi things from Prakashananda Saraswati. We have to be patient to deliver, to give mercy of the Lord. Haridas Thakur waited 3 days, risking his life just to deliver this prostitute. How much patience, how much well-wishingness, how much forgiveness is required? Forgiveness is a quality non-different from tolerance. One cannot be tolerant unless he is humble. And one cannot be forgiving unless he is tolerant. This forgiveness and tolerance are non-separable. They are indifferent. One who is tolerant is also forgiving. So that is when we can chant the holy name feelingly. So if we want to chant feelingly, then we have to have this lifestyle change. Just like overeating causes sugar. So nowadays, modern age, we have lifestyle diseases, right? Very common. Sugar, pressure, and so many others. So to fix that, what is needed is lifestyle change, right? Doctor tells you have to change your lifestyle. You have to do yoga. You have to do walking, right? You have to have restriction on your diet. Similarly, if you want to chant properly, feelingly, from the heart, for the transformation, to experience Krishna, we have to have a lifestyle change. That lifestyle change is Trinadapi Sunechana. That 22 hours is a preparation, 2 hours is a offering. A good chanting is by good living. So every opportunity to be humble, we take advantage, because that's what is pleases Krishna. And practical application of that is here without defending. Try it out. Very painful to the ego. If somebody is blaspheming you, hear that without defending, without giving justification. Even if it is true, you give justification. What to speak of even if it is not true? Haridas Thakur tolerated. If it is on Krishna, we protest. But if it is on us, we should tolerate. Hear without defending. Second, speak without offending. In this age, it is glorified on the false name of some terms are coined, confidence and all that. If one speaks very harshly, he is glorified. No, that is wrong. You may coin your terms, but you won't get Krishna with that. Speak without offending. Try it out. Live without pretending. Number 3. When this Gopal Chapal kept the bag of Jawaful, means what is that? One flower, special red color flower, some name is there in English. Yeah. So that one, even I can't even utter that name. So that flower and some meat and wine they kept on the door of Srivas Thakur. He called all the village people, come, see what I'm doing. Even if we don't do anything, we try to take credit of that. We snatch the mic always. We try to be the limelight. You will get the limelight, but you will not get Krishna. That is the biggest loss. What is more important, Krishna or limelight? Krishna. If you want to get Krishna, we have to push others in the front. So you have to live without pretending and love without expecting. This was Haridas Thakur is exemplifying. Is Haridas Thakur expecting everything? In this world it says, scratch your back, you scratch my back. Scratch my back, I will scratch your back. So it's always a business. What is in it for me? Always that is the question. But if we have to chant properly, then we have to love without expecting. Even if one is blasphemed, he should still love. Why? Because that will please Krishna. And we are after that, to please Krishna. So, Haridas Thakur loved without expecting. This Laksha Hira who came to blaspheme him, he waited 3 nights. And at last he is experiencing, her heart is changed. When will our heart be changed? That is the question we should ask. And we should pray. And we should beg. And we should plead. We have to really impress Krishna that I want it so bad. So badly I want it. So that is when Krishna will give the taste, the higher taste of the chanting, the holy name. The higher taste of hearing Krishna Katha. So the prostitute said, kindly act as my spiritual master, instruct me in my duty by which I can get relief from material existence. So one has to humble. Kindly act as my spiritual master. Very important. We think we are so perfect we don't need a spiritual master. No. Everybody, every great acharya accepted spiritual master. It's just a pride not to accept a spiritual master. Because we think we are so great, we don't need any help. No. We have to humble and accept. Krishna accepted spiritual master Sandipani Muni. Lord Ramachandra accepted spiritual master. Narottam Das Thakur, he cried, pleaded from this Guru Puja song that we sing. Lokanath Lokera Jivana. Lokanath Goswami said, don't put my name anywhere. He just put one. Lokanath Lokera Jivana. This Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kabiraj Goswami came to ask blessings of Lokanath Goswami. Lokanath said, I'll give blessings only in one condition. You'll not put my name anywhere. So, spiritual master is so important. We should aspire, my dear Lord, please reveal my spiritual master to me. I really want spiritual master. I want to surrender. Because by accepting spiritual master, I get connected to the parampara. These lights are glowing because it's connected to the powerhouse. That powerhouse is Krishna. This flow is through the spiritual master. If there is no connection, will it glow? It will become dark. Without parampara, without spiritual master, will not glow, it will become dark. Knowledge won't come. We won't get mercy. Mercy flows through the connection, the divine connection. So then Haridas Thakur told this Lakshahira 2 things. Number 1, you distribute all your wealth, your sinful wealth. Don't worry, Krishna will provide wealth. No XYZ persons provide wealth here. Even in our life, Krishna only provides. Other people are just nimitta matra. It is all happening by the will of Krishna. So, the highest faith we should have on Krishna. This is one of the limbs of surrender. Abhasya rakshive Krishna viswasabaran. Krishna will protect. Have that faith. So, this wonderful instruction Haridas Thakur gave, we should all remember, and maybe we should all recite also this verse 137, just 2 verses from here. Let us all recite this verse. This is an instruction not only for the prostitute, for all of us, to deliver all of us. This is the instruction of Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. Nirantar naam lao kar tulasi sevan, achirat pabe tabe Krishna charan. Nirantar naam lao kar tulasi sevan, achirat pabe tabe Krishna charan. Nirantar naam lao kar tulasi sevan, achirat pabe tabe Krishna charan. Nirantar naam lao kar tulasi sevan, achirat pabe tabe Krishna charan. Nirantar naam lao kar tulasi sevan, achirat pabe tabe Krishna charan. Chant the Hare Krishna mantra continuously, Nirantara Naam. Nirantar, that is our goal. Kirtanya Sada Harihi. Every opportunity we should chant Krishna's name. For that, we should always keep the bead bag near us. We should always keep one kirtan MP3 link with us in our device. When you are driving, when you are walking, when you are waiting, put that and hear. Softly chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. And if you cannot even softly chant, chant in your mind loudly. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Nobody can stop that. Nobody. No rule. Nothing can stop your remembrance of Krishna. Nirantara Namla. This is the first instruction. Nirantara. That should be our goal. We may be starting with 1 round. We may be starting with 16 rounds. We may be starting with 32 rounds. But our goal is Nirantar Naam. These are just little steps for the Nirantar Naam. That should be our goal. That is the goal of a Vaishnava. Just 2 days, a couple of days back, his case, Devabrata Prabhu was sharing with me. That is his goal, Nirantar Naam. That should be our goal also. Every Vaishnava's goal should be that. Every opportunity. So we should keep the tools around. If there is no tools, then we will be distracted. Keep the japa bag, always. I have seen practically some Maharajas and some advanced devotees, they always keep the bead bag with them. Always. And whenever something happens, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram. Immediately you feel connection because holy name is Krishna himself. Padma Puran describes that. Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Suddha Nitta Muktas Abhinnatam Nama Namina. In our case, Nam and Nami is different. If you say chair, you may not get chair. If you say water, water won't come. But Krishna's name is non-different. Rama's name is non-different. Krishna is fully present in his holy name. Fully, 100%. And as we chant, as our heart becomes soft, that's revealed. Everything is there in the holy name. Krishna's beauty, Rupa, Madhuri. Krishna has 4 things very special. So, 64 qualities, right? 64 qualities are the highest number of qualities that the Lord has. Jivas can have 50 qualities. Lord Shiva and all, 55. Brahma. And then Vishnu 60. Only Krishna has 64. And 4 of them are, first is Rupa Madhuri. It's beauty. Beautiful. Mesmerizes. Steals the heart. Look at Krishna's beauty. How he is smiling. What kind of garland he is wearing. His dress. His enchanting smile. That is Rupa Madhuri. Special about Krishna. If you get enchanted by Krishna's smile, will not be enchanted by anything else in this world. And that flute that Krishna is playing is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And he is calling all of us to take part in his pastimes, in his seva. So let us be enchanted by that flute, that Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And that is the second speciality. Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri. He plays flute. And he attracts all the souls. Let our heart be attracted by Krishna's flute, this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And then Lila Madhuri, he does so many nice pastimes that attracts the heart. There's one more, I'm forgetting. Yeah, there are 4. So, coming back, this is the instruction of Haridas Thakur. Nirantara namlao karo tulasi sevan. Achirat, not delayed. You will immediately get Achirata pabe tabe Krishnara charan. So we serve Tulsi. If you don't have Tulsi, just keep a photo of Tulsi. Achirat pabe tabe Krishnara charan. Immediately, without delay, you will get Krishnara charan, lotus feet of Krishna. And what happened? This prostitute, she started chanting, and she also chanted. You know how many rounds she was chanting? Do you know that? That is there in 140, text 140. Let's go to text 140. I think I originally wanted to cover 2 pastime. I think I'm stuck with 1. Let us relish and enjoy it and rush it through. I think some other day probably the other pastime. Matha muri ek vastre rahila sei ghare ratri din tina lakha nama grahan kare. The prostitute shaved her head clean in accordance with Vaishnava principles and stayed in that room, wearing only one cloth, following the footsteps of her spiritual master. She began chanting the holy name of Krishna 300,000 times a day. She chanted throughout the entire day and night. So, even the Laksha chanted 3 lakh names. Can you imagine? Just 2 days back, she was the most fallen person. This is the power of Vaishnava Kripa. This is the power of Vaishnava Kripa. So, and then Laksha also was delivered. I think I'll never end, so I pause here. If you have any reflection, question, corrections, please feel free. Yes, Prabhu. I think.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Really inspiring class today. Quite a few reflections and questions. Is it okay if I share some of them?
Please.
I appreciated when you were sharing about the Shikshashtakam first verse, Ambudhi, that's the ocean. And I was reflecting that just a few lines before Davagni is mentioned, and so the contrast between fire and ocean are given that. And it was really helpful for me to visualize that, fire, I want to get away from fire and I want to be close to the ocean. And so the ocean of Ananda. I appreciated you mentioning barometer of Vaishnavism. Para dukkha dukhi is the barometer, and if I really reflect in my heart, then that gives me a gauge, because outside I can present however I want to, but internally where I'm really situated. So I was appreciating that. You mentioned that envious persons, they distribute envy, so they gossip, they share around, and then Vaishnavas distribute mercy and glory. And so easy to see actually with social media, and we can see our consciousness on the kinds of messages we forward or kinds of messages we read, and we can see, are we engaging with the envy side of things or glory side of things.
Thanks that Ramachandra Khan did not have internet access.
Yeah, it would have been a huge propaganda if we had internet access. And then you mentioned the changing of our consciousness. I was reflecting that in our Shastras, a lot of times the example of Jagai Madhai is given. And I was thinking that it's equally important to see the pastime of Laksha also, of transformation of her consciousness. That even for Jagai Madhai, it took a little bit longer time, but Laksha was in a couple of days, just pure association with the holy name got completely transformed. So that was very inspiring to hear. And then the fourth quality was Prema Madhuri that you were mentioning. So Venu Madhuri, Leela, Rupa and Prem. And then the question that I had was, you mentioned that Haridas Thakur represents surrender, right? Ramananda Rai, sense control. What were the other 2 examples that you gave, Prabhu, and what qualities they represent?
So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he established 4 Vaishnava principles through 4 of his disciples. So humility he established through Srila Sanatana Goswami. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, your humility breaks my heart. And that is the prime qualification if we want to be Vaishnava. If you want to be a devotee, this is what is expected. And who is the North Star? Sanatan Goswami. Second, tolerance through Haridas Thakur. So, tolerance of the Laksha Hira and the pastime that I jumped 22 marketplaces. And many more. Many times he was blasphemed. So many times. He was always only one disposition, well-wisher. So that tolerance is exemplified through Haridas Thakur. The sense controlled is established through Ramananda Rai. He would engage everything in Krishna's service. And Sharalata, simplicity, that is the first qualification of a Vaishnava. That is through Damodar Pandit. He would just, whatever is good for the Lord, he would just say. And he had so much affection. So a devotee is simple-hearted. Srila Prabhupada said Krishna consciousness is simple for the simple, complicated for the complicated. But it's not easy to be simple. We have to try. We have to try, we have to pray, we have to beg to be simple. Then we get Krishna, then we become devotees. So they are the four.
Thank you, Prabhu. Just one last point. You mentioned that, such an important point, that every Acharya accepted a living spiritual master. And there's recently been a rise in Ritvik philosophy and Ritvikism. Again, it's coming back up. And it's such a concrete argument for that every Acharya accepted. So why you mentioned that, why is there our pride that we cannot do so? So I appreciated it. Thank you.
Thank you. Because we can become famous, we can become so many things. But that's not the goal. We won't get Krishna. So Haridas Thakur did not want followers and anybody. He wanted Krishna. Mataji will be the last for the closure.
You mentioned about simplicity, and I have a question
Sure.
about it. Like, in this materialistic world, how can we live a simple life? When we are surrounded by all this peer pressure, like to survive in the materialistic world, that if we live simply, we will have not even more. So,
True. Very valid question, Mataji.
we balance.
Thank you. And we have to do what is required in this world. At the same time, we have to try these things. Because if you live spiritual life, what is waiting is total frustration. So we have to learn. It's an art. And we have to learn from devotees. So I'll recommend A, B, C, D. If you do this, you'll get the art of being simple. A for association. Every opportunity, put yourself into the association of devotees who are trying to be simple. Devotees means they're trying to be simple. B for books. Please take Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. Enormous stories, many stories who are struggling, but they're trying to be simple. Stories are given. One example we saw, Haridas Thakur. There are many such examples. B for books. C for chanting. Please, my begging is that please chant. You can count or you can take beads. Please chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. It's the biggest medicine ever. It is going to cure everything. And D for that, please honor Krishna Prasadam. We serve every Saturday, now after this like 10 o'clock, and Sunday in the evening 5:30. With that, we'll close. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anything wrong, that's mine, please forgive me. Anything good, inspiring, that's Srila Prabhupada and previous Acharyas and Guru Maharaj and Vaishik Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Now we will have a short presentation by Ritvik. He is from Kaishura class from our Sunday school, and he will be presenting on the topic how to live and how to live, how to live and how to live, from the book Bhagavad Viveka by His Grace Gauranga Darshan Das Prabhuji. So please welcome him.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Today I'm presenting on how to live, how to leave chapter 14 of Bhagavad Viveka by His Holiness, His Grace, Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. My key theme is that we need to hear, chant, remember Krishna daily. Never forget Him. Even in your dreams, you should always think of Krishna. We want to live simply, act honestly, show integrity towards Krishna, because up ahead in Golok Dham, Krishna is always watching. Every day we want to offer food, serve others, go for book distribution, do anything for Krishna Seva. How to live. In the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, shloka 47, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalahetudbhuhu ma te sangosva karmani. Krishna says, do your duty, but without attachment, without the materialistic world, to attain results. Be principle-centered, God-centered, and God-conscious. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita 9.34, Manmana bhava madbhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaevam atmanam matparayanaha. He says, always think of Krishna, worship Him, remember Him, the daily loop of meaning for Krishna, hearing, chanting, and remembering of Krishna. The qualities a devotee should have are mentioned in Bhakti Yoga, chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita, in two shlokas, number 13 and number 14. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitrah karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukha kshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dridha nishchayaha nirmamo nirahankaraha Yo madbhakta same priyaha. The qualities we should have is a devotee is friendly, tolerant, free from envy, self-controlled, and dear to the Lord. Ideal qualities for living. As a devotee, we need right association, right questions, which is mentioned in the 4th chapter, Jnana Yoga. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Here Krishna Bhagavan says, approach the wise with humility and inquiry. Seek uplifting association, like Parikshit Maharaj. In his final days, he had taken the shelter of a sage, a very wise sage, and learned the Bhagavatam. We want a balanced living and offering, which Krishna says in the 9th chapter, shloka 27. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yat jahoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. He says, whatever you do, offer it to Krishna. Fulfill responsibilities, but remain detached, like Yudhishthira Maharaj. How to leave. Death equals our final test of life. Many people must know this. Our daily remembrance is natural at the end. Our goal is to think of Krishna at our very last breath, our very last heartbeat, and our very last circulation of blood. Our consciousness at the end determines our destination, which Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita 8.6. Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tyajatyekam kalevaram tam tamevaiti kaunteya sada tad bhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers when leaving the body, that state they remain in until they reach Golok Dham. There are many examples of this. King Parikshit, he spent 7 days of exclusive hearing, focused, fearless exit. He didn't spend anything, not talking, not breathing, only listening to Bhagavatam. And that's why we have Bhagavatam today in every mandir. Bhishma Pita teaches us from the bed, from his deathbed, and then he leaves absorbed in Krishna, dying and in love with Krishna. Dhruva Maharaj, he has a very harsh life. He's non-favorited by his father, but he departs gratefully, boarding the Lord's airplane to Golok Dham. What will you remember till your last breath? You'll remember true success. True success is remembrance of Krishna at the end. Not wealth, not poverty, not anything. It's only Krishna. Knowledge, yoga, or duty all aim at Narayana Smritihi, which is a very high level of stuff. Death is our final exam, as I had mentioned earlier. What we practice in life is what we will attain in death. The question we want to remember is, what do I want after I die? Many people might think, well, I want to know what's going to happen, but we already know the answers, which is given in the Puranas. We want Krishna. Living in humility and devotion. Slide 6. In the Shishashtakam, Shloka 3, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, we must be humble like a grass, no ego, no pride, tolerant like a tree, accept suffering without a complaint, respect to all, see everyone as a Krishna Das, chant constantly, the holy name equals lifeline at death. Living in this mood means a pure remembrance of Krishna. Deep engagement with Krishna. Spiritual life is not an escape, but deep engagement. Real spirituality is equivalent to facing life with Krishna at the center. Remember Krishna in work, relationships, struggles. This gives lasting peace and purpose. Both life and death become meaningful for once, without greed, without lust, and without the materialistic world. Living and living in Krishna consciousness. We want to live with service, simplicity, humility, devotion, and bhakti. We want to leave by remembering Krishna at the very last moment, chanting his holy names, and using the Mahamantra as our escape to death. Death is not at the end. It's just the beginning of our eternal and spiritual journey of meeting Krishna. Our final lesson that I've tried to convey here is life and death are both chances to deepen our love for Krishna. Let us live for Krishna and leave remembering Krishna. My conclusion is, chapter 14 of the Bhagavad Viveka reminds us that life and death are both opportunities to deepen our love and remembrance for Krishna. By living humbly, serving others, and chanting the holy names, we prepare ourselves for a peaceful departure. True success lies in keeping Krishna at the center of our thoughts, actions, and final moments, ensuring that both our living and leaving brings us closer to the eternal spiritual goal. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Ritvik. It was very nice presentation, and I think it was in line with Prabhuji's lecture. I couldn't stay here for the entire lecture, but whatever I heard was nectar to my ears. So humble, being humble, tolerant, all these helps with our chanting. I think he also covered that topic. So now if anyone has any question, please, you can ask, and Ritvik will try to, Ritvik, come here. Ritvik will try to answer that. So anyone, any questions? Any reflections also you can share?
Yeah. So I have a comment. Basically, Ritvik, this was really, really amazing lecture. Like you really kind of broke all the expectations for a session from a young Vaishnava. So you did amazing. All your points were very, very helpful for everybody. And you presented them very nicely. You sang the shlokas really nicely. I mean, it was so nice that I'm curious to hear more from you. I'm like, I don't know, like growing forward, like in next 10 years, I don't know how will you preach. It's amazing. You should keep doing this.
I get inspired by Vaisheshika Maharaj. He comes here every day. He sings shlokas from the Ishopanishad, from all sorts of Purans, and that's what inspires me every day to keep going.
Awesome. Amazing.
Any other questions?
Any other reflection or question? Yeah, please.
I even like the fact when she was complimenting, you were so humble, and you gave it back to Vasishtha Prabhu. Like, it's such a role model you are imbibing at this age. And I'm thinking back, like, what are some things I should be doing with my kids who are 7 and 8? Like, I just saw them in Gopinath class, and they were not even trying to be attentive, and I was feeling so stressed and so frustrated that I walked away and I came here and tried to like just find my calm. So I'm just curious, when you were that age, 7 and 8, how did you like just find like excitement.
I actually fell into
attending
Krishna.
those class.
I actually fell into Krishna consciousness only 1 or 2 years ago when I first started memorizing the Bhagavad Gita. Then I finished it by 1 year, and then I came to ISKCON. The first person I saw in ISKCON was Vaisheshika Maharaj, and he started guiding me through my path, and I heard his lecture, and I was utmost pleased. Your kids will grow up in Krishna consciousness, so eventually they'll learn all sorts of shlokas, all sorts of Purans, all sorts of things they need to advance forward in their spiritual life. They're only 7 or 8 right now, so don't need to worry.
Amazing.
Any other question or reflection? And here I will also try to give the credit to definitely Vaisheshika Prabhu, who has inspired the entire community and changed our life, and also Rasheshwari Leela Mataji. So she gives so much time to kids, even for presentation. She will follow up so many times. She will check, and she will ask them to present if the kid is nervous. So because my daughter is in Kaishura, and I have gone through that process. She takes out so much time and effort. So really commendable. Thank you, everyone.
That Prabhuji has a question.
Oh, you have question, Prabhuji?
Zoom.
Oh, Zoom.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
a beautiful presentation. You picked up a nice topic and you presented it nicely, and you packed the presentation with all important points. Not a single point in your presentation was redundant, nor it is less important. I really appreciate your presentation, and at this age, you did a fantastic job. And I like the point that Narayana Smriti, at the end of the life, our goal is to remember Krishna. And you presented that Bhishma Dev also left this world remembering Krishna deeply. Thank you so much. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Any other question? Or we'll stop here then. Thank you everyone for staying and listening. Thank you, Ritvik, for wonderful presentation. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And now we will have prasadam outside, so we all can. Sorry, prasadam is being offered right now, so it will take just 15 minutes. So any announcement, Prabhuji?
So we have a very special day tomorrow, Bhadra Purnima. I think in ISV that's a big event. And if Malini Mataji is there online, I saw her online. So if she wants to speak something on that, I think everyone is invited. She already sent out a message inviting everyone for the Bhadra Purnima. And Srimad Bhagavatam describes that anybody on this Bhadra Purnima day gifts Bhagavatam, their seat in Back to Godhead is confirmed. So Malini Mataji, please go ahead and take us to that journey, if you can speak some words.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances or Vishnu Prabhupada. My obeisances are to all Vaishnavas on the call and in the room. I first of all want to thank you, Shyamarupa Prabhu, for the wonderful glories of Haridas Thakur. I mean, what an apt thing that you're so dedicated to the holy name. On the disappearance of Haridas Thakur, you get to speak about his glories, and that too you're speaking with so much of conviction. It was a realized knowledge, not just a theoretical class. Thank you so much for inspiring all of us to chant more than just 16 rounds every day. As you mentioned, Shyamarupa Prabhu, that tomorrow is the Bhadrapada Masa Purnima, we have been waiting, we have been preparing for this for so many months. And tomorrow is the day culmination of all the efforts that we have done so far. Tomorrow is the day, as Prabhu was mentioning from the 12th canto, 12th canto, 13th chapter, 13th verse, which says that if you gift a Bhagavatam on a golden throne tomorrow to somebody, then you will go back to Vaikuntha. Then you might be thinking, I have already done it last year. Why do you have to do it again? So we keep trying, because it's not just giving the Bhagavatam also, but it's also about what we are holding back. So each time, each year, each day, or each month, when you give something, you actually also let go of things. So the actual act of giving should be like selflessly, completely giving the Bhagavatam, not for some material benefit. So the more number of times that we give each year, every year, then the more purification we get, so that we can give away selflessly. So that's why take an opportunity tomorrow, that if you have not sponsored, if not given, or even if you just go and call somebody about Srimad Bhagavatam, tomorrow is a chance. And also, we will have a ceremony at the temple starting at 4:30 p.m., where devotees can invite their friends if you wanted to gift them tomorrow. And His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu and Her Grace Nirakula Mataji will be available. So you can give the Bhagavatam to them along with Vaisheshika Prabhu and Nirakula Mataji, so that they get complete benefit and you also get your own benefit. So that will be starting at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. So please do come and take opportunity of the most auspicious day, Bhadrapada Purnima tomorrow. And if you're going out in book distribution, we have multiple spots today. So please text me, or you can check the WhatsApp of ISKCON Weekend Warriors channel to know which spot is available. And I wanted to share one story. Last week we went to some place where we were distributing books, and we were asking one person about it. I was presenting Srimad Bhagavatam to that person, and then generally nobody likes to read Bhagavatam. They just want to take, at least for the spiritual benefit or for something. So I was just giving many reasons why he can just take Bhagavatam, if not just put it on their bookshelf, take darshan, at least bow down, read at least one verse if possible. And that person mentioned that when I was giving different reasons why he can at least keep it in his house, he said to me, actually, I like to read these kind of spiritual books. Is it okay if I read more? I was just thinking that we don't know what kind of souls we meet when we go out for book distribution. He asked me how much should I donate for this one. So I said we asked for at least $250, and then he said, "Is 251 okay?" Very quickly and very enthusiastic. He was also asking, "Is it okay if I eat meat? Is it okay if I read? Is it okay if I do this? So I was just telling him there are no rules and regulations for reading Srimad Bhagavatam. As long as you're in touch with Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam will take care of you." He was so happy. So all we have to do is just go out and then just stand there and pray to Krishna to send some souls who are favorable. And Krishna will keep sending them according to our qualification. And then we just have to speak about Bhagavatam. So please take this opportunity, and we'll see you all tomorrow, and as well as today on Sankirtan. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for sharing that story and also importance of Bhagavatam and distributing Bhagavatam. Thank you. I think we still have time. Anybody has any other questions, comments? I think now we got 10 minutes by Krishna's mercy.
Prabhu, may I share something from your class this morning?
Yes, Mataji. Sorry, in Japa also you raised the hand, but I missed it. My apologies.
Oh, that's fine. No problem. I was appreciating the point that you mentioned about how we don't have strength on our own to purify our heart and to chant. But you're quoting Bhaktivinoda Thakur that by the strength of their mercy, by the strength of the mercy of the acharyas, we can do something. That was so nice to keep that point in our mind when we are chanting, because on our own we don't have any strength even to lift the bead bag, leave alone chanting the holy name. But by the strength of their mercy, we somehow will be able to chant the holy name sincerely. I really appreciated that point, Prabhu. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you, Mataji. That is the Laksha was telling, Kripa kore karo. Yeah, to Haridas Thakur. Thank you. Yeah, the mic. Yeah, we can give some mics, maybe some discussion. Or okay, thank you. So I think we can personally go on.